guys, Asher coming at you today, Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video. I'm glad to have you all here with me today. What could be better? Talking some raid, talking some artifacts. Whenever I release a video like this, talking about artifact management tips, artifact advice, it's always well received in the comments. They're not some of my most popular videos here on the channel, but a lot of encouragement to keep them coming. So I'm doing just that today for you guys.
Literally. This is the most moving thing I've ever heard.
Something I actually recently did on my account. It's not this earth-shattering tip or anything like that, but I just want to give you some of my thoughts about artifacts and artifact management from somebody who is constantly sitting on a full inbox, I feel like.
Oh, no way, he's totally unreliable.
All the dungeon farming we're doing in this game, if you've been playing the game, what do you think? How about you guys? Are you dealing with full inboxes of artifacts ever and or accessories? Is your artifact and accessory slots, are they full? They have added, you know, throughout the years quite a bit in terms of the overall inventory allocations, but I'm still always full, I feel like, right? I'm always sitting close to the 1500, the max, wherever that is. So today I want to show you what I recently did to clear up some room and make some silver also in my artifact collection. But first, I think the most important piece of advice that I can give, kind of in a macro, just zooming all the way out to artifacts in general, is I think that the #1 plague in this game in terms of just costing players is silver, but most importantly, I would say just inventory space on their account. If you've been playing this game for any amount of time, is the sunk cost fallacy, right? It's basically in economics and business and in just decision making in life.
Now, can you believe it? After only 5 years of playing Raid, I got a college degree.
Congratulations.
We tend to factor in costs that have already been incurred, but we can't do anything about them. They shouldn't be considered right now. In other words, I see when I look at other people's accounts, I often see something like this. If you look at my speed artifacts right now, right? I see a lot of upgraded artifacts that have already been invested in. And this is where the sunk cost fallacy comes into play in Raid Shadow Legends, but it can be applicable to really anything in life, a lot of things in life, I should say. And that is, you know, let me push away here, right? I've already upgraded this to level 12, this shield, right? You know, maybe I should just hold on to it. I've already upgraded this shield all the way to level 16. Would I keep this shield if I had known these were gonna be the stats? I even put a glyph into it, right? We can talk about glyphs, we can talk about ascension, we can talk about levels. Basically, I've sunk some sort of cost into these artifacts, right? You really don't wanna be keeping and holding onto artifacts that you've already upgraded that you don't think you're ever going to use. We have a tendency as human beings to talk ourselves into keeping things and talk ourselves into using something that we're not going to use. In other words, we might say to ourselves, well, you know, this shield here, I might use it. It has 1 speed roll. I might use it. You really need to think, not only might you use it, but think about it from the other standpoint, right? I'm starting to gear up a brand new champion that I just built for the first time on the account. I don't even know if I have anybody naked right now on the account, but I'm starting to gear up, you know, whoever. Do I have any? Yes, I do.
Well, that's new.
Uger the Worm Eater. I'm starting to gear him up, man. Whenever you're gearing up a brand new champion, sure, there's some exceptions, maybe for Centranos, maybe a level 50 champion, just progression, but mostly you're looking for pretty decent gear. There's not that many occasions. We tend to overestimate the number of occasions where we're like, yeah, just throw anything on them, you know? Meaning that it's no use to have a bunch of already upgraded artifacts on your account. Just go through your level 12s, go through your level 16s, and try to actually evaluate the piece independently of the cost that you've already incurred, okay? So that's tip #1. But the way to actually, you know, the practical tip that I wanted to share with you guys is if you're sitting on a full inventory, and heck, even if you're not, frankly, sitting on a full inventory, it's always good to just go to the filter, go to hit equipped or not. We'll just go not equipped for right now. So I didn't hit equipped. I went to my filter. I want to go priority stat. I want to pick speed, okay? I'm going to pick my top line. So my weapon, my helmet, and my shield. Actually, I could pick everything here, right? My chest, my gauntlets, except for boots, because I don't want it to be littered with just speed boots in my entire query here, right? So I'm not going to pick boots. I'm going to pick everything else, and I'm going to sort by priority stat speed. I'm going to come all the way down. Let me just move myself over again. I'm going to come all the way down to hide set filters, click on that, okay? Now, well, I've done just that. I've hidden all my set filters here. So all I'm gonna do, these are all the artifacts on my entire account that aren't equipped right now, excluding my boots, right? And I'm just gonna go all the way to the bottom. I'm gonna go all the way to the bottom of this list. This is gonna be all the gear on my account if I can ever get there. It doesn't have any speed substat. Well, speed has always been king inside Raid Shadow Legends. It's always been one of the most important, the most impactful stats on any champion, with very few exceptions, a slow build UDK, something like that being one of them.
Oh my lord!
Stupid babies need the most attention.
I'm not saying you guys should go out there and delete every piece without speed substats on your account. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying, what we're doing in this exercise, right, is we're getting a lot of silver, hopefully. We're clearing inventory space, but we have to ask ourselves, for every piece that we click on, every single one, really quickly, gut check, gut call, why do I have this piece? Why am I keeping this piece? Who is waiting to wear this artifact, right? Now, a lot of this is probably gonna be set based, right? Like Impulse, very good. Speed and a set to reduce a random skill cooldown by 1 turn. So I'm holding on to it because it's very good. Now, a 5-star epic piece, Supersonic, Merciless, Impulse. These very, very, very hard to get, difficult to set, or get sets, excuse me, or just really good sets, right? Like Slayer, whatever it may be for you. Sets you really value. I hold on to these sometimes, even if they're total crap artifacts, just for the Chaos Ores. I've already used it on this piece, but you can see I'm actually more likely to hold on to a crappy 5-star or a crappy 6-star rare artifact just to use a rework attempt to it. And I say 5-star and 6-star rare because it's very difficult to get the legendary 6 stars, right? But they're a little bit more plentiful when you go down to the 5 stars. So depending on your account, you might want to hold on to the Supersonics, to the Mercilesses, specifically the Centrano sets, but there might be others like Impulse that you might want to hold on to, Zeal, and just see if you can get a better rework out of them, right? So that's one thing that you can do. But other than that, every piece that I click on here, Slayer with accuracy and a little bit of crit rate. Have I used a rework on it? That's the question. I already have. I don't think I'm ever going to use this. I don't think I'm ever going to use it. There's no speed. So it all starts with speed, right? But then we start to interrogate the piece beyond just the speed, okay? So then we have a stone skin accuracy. We have HP percentage as an ascension stat, but we have no speed. Like, who am I gonna want accuracy with a little bit of HP crit damage and no speed on a 5-star chest? Why did I ascend? Why did I glyph? I'm sure these are questions that you're gonna ask yourself too when you go through your own artifacts. I'm gonna sell it. Try to, especially if your inventory's full, if you're a veteran player, try to err on the side of selling, I would say, right? Because I think inherently, psychologically, we have the sunk cost and everything else that we've spoken about that's going to compel us to want to keep this gear, right? Defense percentage with crit rate and some resist. It's not absolute trash, but this is one of those situations where sunk cost and just human nature can get the better of you. You can start talking yourself into things. I have an endgame account, by the way. There's going to be a sliding scale depending on where you are, obviously, as to what a good artifact would mean to you. You should always be raising the floor and raising the proverbial roof at the same time. So defense, like, I could easily be like, well, this is perfect for UDK, man. It's stone skin, it's defense, he's got resist on it, a little bit of HP, but the truth of the matter is UDK on my account is already wearing a defensive percentage with no speed stone skin chest, a 6-star one. So now I'm like using an example that already has gear on them. No, I'm not gonna need to build another UDK with defense, a 5-star defense and no speed on my account. So I'm getting rid of it. So what we wanna do basically is go through all of our artifacts until we start to get to the ones that do have speed, excuse me. So again, stone skin, I'm going up, you know, like 20 rows or something like that. Okay, I have a stone skin, a shield here, right? So let me not sell that real quick, sell what I have selected, and then I'll go to the stone skin. All you want to do is, it's clear why I kept this. Okay, who's going to be using this? a damage dealer that I want in Stone Skin, obviously. But for a damage dealer that I want in Stone Skin, it's gonna need to be like 2 crit rate, 1 crit damage, or 3 crit rate for me to keep this piece. So I'm just gonna level it up, right? We're just gonna go through them one at a time. And I got 2 crit rate, look at that. So if I can get 3, I got accuracy, but a 2-roll crit rate with some accuracy, I could probably use this on a nuker, right? So I'll keep it. Doesn't mean you have to trash all the gear, but I would go through. The other kind of tip that I want to, this is something that you guys should all do. You should just, this is a valuable exercise for you, right? But the last tip that I want to leave you guys with as well is kind of pulling off the Band-Aid. It goes to what we've been talking about this entire video, human nature, and the idea that I want to keep these artifacts, right? Pulling off the Band-Aid at some point on your account, at some point, right? Not too early, not right away, but pulling off the kind of 5-star rare Band-Aid and then going from there. What I mean is there should be a certain point that you get to playing this game, especially once your inventory and your inbox ends up being full all the time and you're kind of robbing from Peter to pay Paul with the inventory space management, right? You need to just get comfortable, especially with, it happens usually with accessories because of so much spider farming. You can see that I'm at the point on my account, with very rare exceptions. The exceptions would be like Stone Skin, Merciless, Reaction, the special sets and accessories. But I'm at the point on my account where if it's not a good mythical, I'm not even keeping it. Some legendaries I might keep, like legendary, I might roll the speed on a banner, for example, right? Or maybe a crit damage legendary with accuracy and whatever it may be, right? So like with for example, in that case, right? A crit damage. See, like, look at all of these banners that I have, man. I need to either eventually level these up to see if they're gonna suck or not, but especially with amulets, like crit damage, I should just come in here one day, I should see what I get, but most importantly, similar to like how we roll things up to kind of investigate where we're going to get our substats, I want to come in here and I want to ascend. I want to ascend my accessories. I want to see if I can get crit damage. Sure, it might be worth holding on to this one to see if I can get crit damage, but you can see on my account, look at all of my freaking banners, right? My Ogryn tribe amulets, excuse me. I'm not going to keep it. I'm not going to keep it. 1 roll in accuracy with attack. You know, I have to start using my chaos dust. I'm just going to get rid of it, man. So again, I would go in there, encourage you guys to try to graduate your account as I've done, right? I'm no longer keeping rare, epic at all accessories.
You have come a long way, baby.
You might not be there yet. Same thing pertains to obviously artifacts, right? Epic, 6-star epic, sure. But there's going to be a point on your account that in order to actually continue to get better, right? Like even when you're recruiting for your clan, right? If you want to be the best clan in the world, I'm not saying everybody does, but what's the best way to do it? You like add to the top 20% and subtract from the bottom 20%, right? I mean, that's how you do it. That's how you do it in everything in life, right? If I want to recruit the best people to work at my company, I want to be slowly trying to add to the top and maybe subtracting from the bottom. You want to approach artifact management from the same exact way. That means, yeah, they're going to introduce mythical artifacts. Great. OP new sets, fantastic. But we also have to remove from the bottom. That means getting rid of rares, getting rid of some old sets that we used to love and now are kind of meh. Maybe like a Swift Parry, for example, you know?
It's a process. Attachment issue, I think.
Anyway, guys, just some artifact thoughts for you all. Hopefully this is able to motivate you to clean out your artifact storage or at least help, you know, get rid of some lousy gear that you have kind of sitting around. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching all the way till the end. Much love. And as always, take care, guys.